It started with missing people. Not in one night, not in 1 week, but slowly, quietly, like the city itself was swallowing them whole. Between 1998 and 2002, several late-night passengers disappeared after getting into taxis across the city. Most were young professionals, students, or travelers who needed a ride home after dark. No signs of struggle, no bodies, no witnesses, just one last known detail. They got into a cab. His name was Michael Reeves, 42 years old, married, 2 children. He worked the night shift. Michael was polite, soft-spoken, helpful. He volunteered at community events and knew police officers by name. To everyone around him, he was invisible in the safest way possible. The detectives began noticing something strange. Almost every missing person was picked up within the same 5-mile radius. Multiple witnesses described a similar taxi. Dark blue sedan, slight dent on the rear bumper, faded company sticker. Hundreds of taxis in the city, but only one with that exact description. The victims all had something in common. Alone, after midnight, heading home. Police initially believed it was coincidence, until one survivor came forward. Her name was Angela. She had taken a taxi home after a late shift at the hospital. The driver seemed normal at first. Calm voice, casual small talk. But instead of turning toward her neighborhood, he took a different road. When she questioned him, he apologized. "Shortcut," he said. But the car didn't head back toward the city. It drove toward an industrial zone. Angela's instincts kicked in. She pretended to receive a phone call and loudly said, "Yes, I see the police checkpoint ahead." The driver froze. Moments later, he pulled over abruptly and told her to get out. She ran, and she reported everything. The taxi description matched the other disappearances. This time, police had something solid. When detectives pulled company records, one name kept appearing on late-night pickups: Michael Reeves. But there was no criminal record, no complaints, nothing suspicious, until they searched his vehicle. Inside the trunk, investigators found fibers that matched clothing from one missing victim. Then came the real discovery. In a storage unit rented under a false name, police found personal belongings: wallets, jewelry, phones, trophies, hidden inside plain cardboard boxes. Under interrogation, Michael denied everything for hours. Calm, controlled, until Angela identified him in a lineup. That's when the cracks appeared. Eventually, the confession came. He had been living a double life. By day, father and neighbor. By night, predator. He targeted passengers who seemed tired, distracted, vulnerable. He chose routes with minimal surveillance. Industrial areas, abandoned lots. For years, he operated in silence, blending into the rhythm of the city. The night shift gave him anonymity and trust. The courtroom was packed. Families of the missing sat in silence as the evidence was laid out piece by piece. Taxi logs, GPS records, Angela's testimony. Michael showed little emotion throughout the trial. But when photos of the victims were presented, the courtroom broke down. He was convicted on multiple counts of murder and kidnapping, sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. The city changed after that. Stricter taxi regulations were introduced. Mandatory GPS tracking, driver background rechecks, passenger verification systems. But for many families, justice felt incomplete, because some victims were never found. Even now, years later, the story lingers an urban legend. Parents still warn their children, "Be careful who you ride with at night." Michael once told investigators something chilling: "I wasn't hiding. People just don't really see each other." And maybe that was the scariest truth of all. He wasn't a monster in the shadows. He was a man people trusted, a man who smiled, a man who opened doors, a man who drove the night shift, and no one ever thought to look twice.